My name is Booker Benford. I'm originally from Providence, Rhode Island. My dad was in the Navy. My dad was a three-time state place winner in the state of Illinois. He took second sophomore, junior year, and then his senior year he won it in 1958. And he kind of let us know what the sport was about. And every time wrestling was on, ABC, college, or Olympic style, we always watched it. We also watched the TV stuff, but we knew that wasn't real. So I went to graduate out of the middle school, and my dad was transferred to Illinois, so I got a chance to wrestle in Illinois my first 2 years of high school. Those are actually my first seasons of wrestling, because I never had any season in Rhode Island. We didn't have that in the junior high area. So I basically started my wrestling career at North Chicago High School. I was on a freshman team that year. Then I was on the JV team the following year. I wrestled a varsity match and got beat, and it was okay, but I wasn't satisfied with the way I was doing, so I always did work out in the summertime. And basically by my junior year, we moved to Rhode Island, where we got a smaller state, smaller amount of schools, so I stood out a little bit and actually won the state tournament my junior year. And I had to actually fight. I wrestled a couple of people that beat me earlier, so it wasn't like you go to Rhode Island and you just clean house. It's also a tough state, individuals. And then I ended up winning state again my senior year and won the New England championships, and then went on to college at SIU Edwardsville. I went there because they had a kid named Tommy Reed, who's a former Hall of Fame member, and he placed fourth in Division I's that year. And I was one of those guys that wanted to go to a school that had very tough schedule and very tough individuals, and I knew that that school could produce it with Mr. Tommy Reed there. So I went there and I was very successful there. I actually had teammates that were also good. We were all freshmen together, and we turned our 1981 recruiting year into our first NCAA championship team in 1984, and then we won the team title again in '85. And I won the national tournament at Division II at both of those years, and then went on to place third in Division I's. After that, I was still hungry for the sport of wrestling, so I did Olympic style for another 15 years. And basically, I either went overseas, wrestled over in Russia, Bulgaria, Camagüey, Cuba, Canada a few times, and we stayed in Germany a few times, but actually did all my wrestling in other countries, so I had a real good run with the sport of wrestling. It actually turns you into somebody who, no matter what the situations are, you know you're going to be tough enough to take care of anything. And so all my obstacles I was able to overcome because of the sport of wrestling. You get out there and wrestle on your own with that crowd, and it makes you inner tough. And so that's what's going on with me now.